Welcome to the LabFam podcast, the podcast that dives deep into the ever-evolving world of work. Today, we're tackling a topic that's top of mind for many, work-life balance, and specifically, how couples navigate the complexities of flexible work arrangements. It's not just about having flexibility, but also about making it work for both partners. We all know that work-life balance is a constant juggling act, but what happens when you throw flexible working into the mix? Does it make things easier, or does it create a whole new set of challenges? The rise of remote work, flex time, and other arrangements has changed the game, but it hasn't necessarily made things simpler. Research offers compelling insights into how couples are making it work or not. Cross-national studies are particularly valuable for understanding the context-specific nature of work-time flexibility. Grouping countries into categories like Northern Western Europe, Central Eastern Europe, and Southern Europe reveals the influence of cultural norms and policy environments. For example, countries with stronger social safety nets and more generous parental leave policies may see different patterns of flexibility usage compared to those with less support. These cultural and policy factors shape gender roles, childcare responsibilities, and overall work expectations, all of which impact how couples approach flexibility. To illustrate, consider the data from the EU Labour Force Survey. This analysis includes countries like the UK, Belgium, and the Netherlands in Northern Western Europe, Czech Republic, Estonia, and Hungary in Central Eastern Europe, and Italy, Greece, and Cyprus in Southern Europe. The prevalence of flexible work arrangements can vary significantly between these regions. One consistent finding across various studies is that education level is a significant predictor of access to and the way couples utilize work-time flexibility. Higher education often correlates with access to more flexible arrangements, possibly due to the types of jobs individuals with higher education hold. These positions often offer greater autonomy and control over schedules. However, it's important to acknowledge the dark side of these jobs. They can also entail longer work hours and increased pressure for constant availability, blurring the boundaries between work and home life. This can lead to increased work-family conflict, even with the presence of flexibility. Another major determinant of work-time flexibility choices is the presence and number of children in the household. Studies use predicted probabilities to illustrate how the likelihood of certain flexibility arrangements changes as the number of children increases. It's also worth noting that the age of the children matters. Couples with young children often face different challenges than those with older children, influencing the type of flexibility arrangements they seek. Let's say a study shows that the probability of a couple with one child utilizing flexible work arrangements is around 50%. That probability might jump to 70% when they have two or more children. But again, this is influenced by other factors, such as income level and access to affordable childcare. Crucially, it's not just about having flexibility. The coordination and synchronization of flexibility within the couple is paramount. When one partner's job is highly demanding with limited flexibility, the other partner might need to compensate, potentially leading to an unequal distribution of household labor. Research underscores that if both partners have access to flexible work arrangements, the potential for conflict between work and family life can be reduced. However, we must critically examine how these choices reinforce or challenge traditional gender roles. Are women disproportionately taking up flexible arrangements to accommodate childcare, potentially hindering their career advancement? Imagine a scenario where one partner works a demanding 60-hour-a-week job with little flexibility, while the other works part-time and handles the majority of childcare. Studies show that this type of arrangement can lead to increased stress and resentment, particularly if the division of labour feels unfair or imposed upon one partner. Let's delve deeper into the gender dimension. There's compelling evidence that women have historically shouldered a greater burden of childcare and household responsibilities, which significantly impacts their career trajectories. Work-time flexibility, while seemingly beneficial, can sometimes reinforce these patterns. Some women may face subtle or not so subtle pressures to prioritize family over work, even when they possess the skills and ambition to advance their careers. This highlights the need for organizations to create truly supportive cultures that encourage men to utilize flexible work arrangements as well, thereby normalizing the sharing of family responsibilities. For instance, studies reveal that even when offered flexible work options, women are more likely than men to take them, potentially stalling their career progression. We need to change this dynamic. A critical point to remember is that access to flexible work arrangements is not universally equitable. Disparities exist based on factors such as job type, industry, and socioeconomic status. Individuals in low-wage hourly jobs often face unpredictable schedules and limited control over their work hours, making it difficult to plan for childcare or other family needs. This underscores the need for policy interventions and organizational practices that promote equitable access to flexibility for all workers. Furthermore, some employees may fear negative career repercussions if they utilize flexible arrangements, highlighting the importance of creating supportive and non-punitive workplace cultures. Did you know that only a small percentage of low-wage workers have access to paid sick leave, compared to a much larger percentage of high-wage earners? This stark disparity highlights the challenges faced by those with the least resources when trying to manage work and family responsibilities. So, what are the implications of all this research? Work-time flexibility holds significant promise for helping couples balance work and family life. However, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. A multitude of factors, including education, number of children, cultural context, access to opportunities, gender dynamics, and organizational culture, play a crucial role in determining its success. To truly make flexibility work, we need to address the systemic issues that perpetuate inequalities in the workplace and at home. The key takeaway is that we must move beyond simply offering flexible arrangements. We need a more holistic and equitable approach to support couples in navigating the complexities of work-life integration. This includes actively addressing gender equality, promoting supportive workplace cultures that encourage flexibility for all, advocating for policies that truly support working families, such as affordable childcare and paid family leave, and recognizing the diverse needs of couples from different backgrounds and socioeconomic circumstances. We also need further research to understand the long-term impacts of different flexibility arrangements on both individual well-being and career trajectories. That's all for today's episode of LabFam Podcast. Join us next time as we explore another fascinating topic in the world of work.